And that's a common theme in a relationship. I do not like violence. I do not like conflict. I will literally walk away from conflict to the point where she would tell me if I walk out of that door, it's symbolic to walking out of her life. My friends would later on tell me that was an abusive tactic, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I really did everything in my power to be so sweet.
I said, I don't care if the people know that I cursed you out. Yes, I cursed you the out. I did. I did. Understand when you battling being done with a but you still trying to feel sorry for a I was done with this. Like I cursed him out because I was done with him. I'm telling him I'm done with you. I hate you. I do, bro. This literally spent all my money. Literally, like, bro, I can't do. I don't go on trips no more. I can't buy myself no clothes. I can't do shit for myself. Like,
what up, though? This your boy Peanut, the People's Nut, the practitioner of life, giving helpful advice, and we back with another one. Today we're going to be covering a very emotional and physical abusive relationship. And it brings up the question, how nice is too nice? And when should nice guys walk away? Make sure you comment down below. Let's get this discussion started. But let's jump into it, man.
I never said it was just him. In the beginning of my video, I said, I don't care if the people know that I cursed you out. Yes, I cursed you the out. I did, bro. And like, so what happened was, in my head, I was literally done. Y'all don't understand when you battling being done with a but you still trying to feel sorry for a I was done with this. Like, I cursed him out because I was done with him. I'm telling him I'm done with you. I hate you. I do, bro. This literally spent all my money. Literally, like, bro, I can't do. I don't go on trips no more. I can't buy myself no clothes. I can't do shit for myself. Like, bro, yes, I was wrong for being toxic and cursing him the fuck out. Now that was toxic because it's like I would curse him out, but then I would sit it with it and I would feel bad, like, damn, I didn't have to do all that. Let me apologize. So then I will apologize. That's where the back and forth is fucking coming from. But then when you ignore me for another day after I apologize, that shit pissed me off again. Now I'm done for real, bitch. I was paying for all that shit. I'm sorry if I'm paying for your whole life and you can't make my tea right. I don't understand. I do understand that I was wrong, but I don't understand.
First off, men be saying the same exact thing and women call that toxic and he's controlling. When a man is funding your whole life and you're not doing exactly what he wants you to do, like you don't have autonomy over it. But we see that women exhibit the same thing and they do it even worse because look what she said. She said because he didn't make her tea right, she crashed out and spazzed out on this dude. Like, come on, man.
Come for, like, I'm wrong for cursing him out. I'm wrong for telling him that I hate him. He don't do for me. But I mean, it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Like, yeah, maybe I do got mental problems. Maybe I do need to go to therapy. But it's like, you gotta do something to me first. Like, once you do something to me, I'm probably gonna take it too far. Every time. Maybe I do need help. But people, I don't care, bro. People need to stop doing shit to me. Like, bro, if everybody was genuine, we wouldn't run into these fucking problems, bro. But maybe I do need anger management.
That's why I keep saying women have penis envy. The very toxic traits that they say men have, they are all exhibiting and they want to do it. Instead of her addressing her part in it, she wants to put it off on the world or that this utopia that everybody should be genuine. You got to learn how to manage your emotions because in the world, there's not going to always be genuine people. So instead of her walking away to protect her peace, she felt like lashing out and being toxic is the right way to handle this situation. A lot of modern women are quick to run to the internet and paint this one-sided picture, either to make themselves look in a better light or to make them look like a victim. But this time we got to hear from the guy. So let's jump into it and hear his side of the story.
To be honest, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life because I really don't like putting my business out there in public and I really don't like playing games. Or just now it's to the point where lies are being spread about me not only on different platforms, but you guys are repeatedly harassing me and just echoing the sentiments of one person that you don't know from Adam and Eve. She done locked me out of my Uber account. She done hacked into my Twitter account, kicked me from all of my group chats, and like she keeps harassing me from texting out numbers, trying to get back an account that she gave me out of spite. Let's start off addressing the first lie. She didn't leave me, I left because I was stuck in a toxic cycle of abuse and I no longer wanted to be a part of it. I'm not an abusive or toxic person and I wasn't going to allow my character or my name to be dragged down to that level, so I decided to leave the situation before it got to that point. And that's a common theme in a relationship. I do not like violence. I do not like conflict. I will literally walk away from conflict to the point where she would tell me if I walk out of that door, it's symbolic to walking out of her life. My friends would later on tell me that was an abusive tactic, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I really did everything in my power to be so sweet.
That is an emotional manipulation tactic. And as we saw at the beginning, she tried to paint it as if she funded this man's whole life and all this other stuff. But clearly we could see that she enjoyed his company and she enjoyed his effort and him being a punching bag. So men, you got to be careful from these type of women, and you got to know when to walk away. And like you said, he kept trying to walk away, but she was using emotional manipulation to make him stay. He should have been strong enough to say, you know what, I'm out. I can't deal with this. I know I deserve better.
So soft. And I just felt like at times my emotions would get trampled over, or I just get ran through because I'm being too soft. And I just wasn't allowed to express myself. And at that point, that's when I realized, bro, like, love not stronger than money. And that's just the cold truth.
Let's read some of her text messages that she sent him. Bitch, I would never love you. The fuck? You don't gotta worry about another text hoe. You'll never know peace till you get the fuck from around me. And he ain't run from that. Like, she sound like one of them toxic girls. But I'm gonna be honest, man, the ones like that, boy, they be freaky. But you gotta be thinking with this head, not that head, man. Don't let this head do it, because I know the reason why you stayed, because that kitty cat might have been purring. Let's read it. I literally hate you. I want you to get your shit and go. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're a burden and a lick. I hate you. I hate you to death do us part, bitch. And every second that pass, I hate you a little more. Stupid. This whole relationship is done. Over. Finito. Ain't no coming back from this shit. Come get your shit and go. I'm not the wife. You a bitch. Crazy. Toxic. Let's finish.
When we first got together, I had my own house, I had my own job, and I had my own car. I moved her in with me from her mother's house. And I was working a third shift job at the time, so eventually it became, why don't you just quit your job and focus on music and social media full time? So I tried to. But then it got to the point it felt like she became my full-time job. There would be times I'd be doing Uber to put a little money in my pocket, and I would be getting bribed to come home. And I, just as soft as I am, folded every time. Got to the point where, like, on my birthday, I said I wanted to go to the arcade and go to the movies. I just wanted to spend time together. The next day...
First off, never let a woman guide your life. That's where he messed up at. By leaving his job, leaving what he got going on. But that's another manipulation tactic that abusers often use. They make you dependent and they isolate you. He should have known better. But if he didn't, I bet he do now.
There would be times I'd be doing Uber to put a little money in my pocket, and I would be getting bribed to come home. And I, just as soft as I am, folded every time. Got to the point where, like...
He said it. He was soft. He should have stood on business. That's why she felt like she could run over him, talk to him like that, and do all of that. Because every time he went back, he should have been standing on his own. As a man, you got to stand on your own. You shouldn't rely on a woman, especially not a toxic woman like this, because you see the outcome. She's going to throw it in your face. She's going to hold it over your head. She's going to do all of that. He messed up by listening to her. He knew what he needed to do. He knew that he did not need to be dependent on this woman because she was already showing signs of abuse. Let's get back into it.
She's like, I got us tickets to Miami. Really, the trip is for me, but I'm bringing you with me because it's your birthday. This is just symbolic of her never being satisfied. Like, I even broke my lease and moved us all the way to Vegas because she said Houston wasn't enough for her anymore. And then within a week of getting there, starts an altercation with the owners of the house. We got to the point where they kicked her out of the house completely, said she can't come back even to pack y'all shit. And then he asked me, what you finna do? I said, yo, that's my girl. I brought them down here. I do love her, bro. I'm finna hold them down, make sure they good. Literally from sun up to sun up every day, I would drive Uber and make sure we could afford a hotel room and have food on our plate in expensive ass Las Vegas. I did that with nothing because we didn't have a thing but each other at this point. I go back.
See what I mean? Because now when it was time for her to hold you down, we saw at the beginning, she painted the picture as like she funded this nigga whole life throughout the whole relationship. That she was the one dropping bread and talking about she can't go on trips. Never follow a woman's lead. You already can tell that she is probably bad with finances because she kept saying she can't go on trips and do all of this stuff. A lot of women just do things at the whim of stuff. They don't think or plan about the future. And he allowed her to do all of this chaos. He followed into her chaos. You supposed to be the rock. You supposed to plan ahead. You supposed to see things like, hey, babe, I don't think this is financially sound. Let's make sure we got home secure first before we start doing all these trips. You let a woman lead, man, you're going to be chasing your tail the whole time. I'm kind of losing sympathy for this guy, man. Like, yo, bro, you supposed to stand on business. You running behind this woman with your tail tucked, you supposed to be standing on business as a man. My young dons, my young fellas, man, never get this embroidered with a woman, especially not that toxic. And you trying to jump through all of these hoops to please her. If she can't deal with what you got going on as your own purpose and everything, don't follow her lead. You the man. You supposed to be leading. You hear what everything he's saying? The reason why he got into all of this stuff is because he was following her lead instead of being the leader. Don't do it.
Back to the house, he's like, yo, I'm not even going to touch your stuff and none of that until y'all ready to move into the other shit. I'm not no petty nigga. At this point, just to put her mind at ease, she still sends me over there to go get her stuff. I packed everything from that house into that U-Haul by myself. We get around to unpacking it, a couple things is missing, including the TV my father gave me, which we put in the living room. She started going off about not having the living room TV to the point she picks up the ashtray and flings it at our big TV for the bedroom and breaks the shit. Then picks up my PS5 that she's now stolen from me and was getting ready to slam that on the ground. And if not for me, you wouldn't have had a PS5 to steal because I caught the fuck out of that thing. Even times she would hit the dude up while I was asleep and didn't know it, would send this nigga crazy text messages and then delete it. And then he would hit me up from other numbers after she blocked him and spaz on me, and I'd be so confused. Like, in all reality, she wanted me to crash out, fight that nigga, whatever, because she felt like I didn't do enough to defend her honor at that point. And all I'm trying to tell her is, look, me and him don't got no beef. He's trying to help me achieve something in our life right now. He's not even holding the shit you did against him personally. He's still willing to work with me and teach me what I need to know and help us out while we out here fucked up in Vegas. But you want to be so bent on this spite train that you have and getting your lick back on people that you got us out here even more fucked up to the point you felt like we needed to run from Cali because of all the shit you were talking to him on my phone, that we needed to run to Cali. So we pick up our life, move to Cali at a spot that we didn't even research and get our shit stolen, and I got my leg ran over the next fucking day. I felt so remorseful for everything she put me through. She crying and panicking in the hospital. Oh my God. Because I know at that moment you knew that you did too much, and that's the reason I hurt myself, because I did too much trying to be a knight in shining armor, and it still wasn't enough. Even one point.
And you didn't leave? Bro, you should have been left. Again, this woman was showing so many clear signs that she is not a woman to try to build with, but you kept trying to build with her. And your efforts went unnoticed. And it wasn't until you was almost hurt or dead that she felt remorse. And that's how these women, like that roller coaster, that high and low, that 1 minute they love you and 1 minute they don't. That's how a lot of people get hooked, especially people that have not healed. This man sounded like he had some insecurities. Maybe he felt like he had to be her white knight, but I would have left that where she was at a long time ago.
And I'm like, yo, just don't call the police and do all this extra stuff. There's no need to make this messy. She calls the police and says, hey, so-and-so at this address held me at gunpoint. And then the police go to the house, guns a-blazing, pointing him at the door while his freaking 3-year-old is freaking right there at the door, bro. Like, at that point, I did become scared of my wife, bro. I had no idea what she's capable of. Then there would be times when we're back in Houston after the situation, and she would wake up in the middle of the night. I hate you. I hate you for all the shit you put me through in Vegas, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you. And we're married at this point, bro. So it's
Wait, he married her after all of this? Oh my God, this man is crazy. He married her? You legally binded yourself to this crazy woman, and she showed you clear signs of a mental unstable person. And tethered you tethered yourself to this crazy woman with a legally binding marriage contract? What is wrong with this guy?
able to forgive you. And we're married at this point, bro. So it's like I'm stuck with this shit. What do you mean you hate me? Like I'm trying to fight for the love. You 1 second you want a divorce, and the next second you can't live without me. It's just a non-stop mindfuck gameplay, and I'm just trying to prove my love on a daily basis, just so you can see that I actually care about you, because you always doubting me, even though every single action, every single move, every single thought and idea I have, you are the first thing on my mind when I do that. And yet all of that just goes down to the side, and it doesn't mean shit to you, because you just wanted to treat me like I was just some type of punching bag for you, to the point I literally became a punching bag for you. Like, it's so hard to just like just sit here and just tell you guys everything, because there's so much that doesn't happen, bro. Like, so much that doesn't happen. Like, the reason I even left in the first place is because I got tired of this cycle of toxicity, bro. She blowing up my phone, accusing me of cheating, bro. I am at DreamCon with the animation studio, and you gonna text me two can play at that game. Bro, what game? I don't even get bitches. What do you mean?
Department of No Bitches.
Broken for over a month because of another argument we had about a month ago about the job I was working at and some more shit. Somehow, some way, you get mad enough to fix the lock and double lock me out the house knowing it was broke for so long. Look, then you have the audacity, like the unmitigated gall, to call my father at 5 in the morning to sit here and lie on my contributions in your life? You really gonna sit here and tell that man I don't cook for you, clean up around the house for you, or after you? You sit here and gonna tell that man I don't take care of your daughter? That I don't do her homework with her? I don't take her to school, karate?
Wait, is she a single mama? Yo, I got some questions. Like, I got too many questions. Your father didn't tell you to leave? He didn't tell you, like, he wasn't advising you? Like, maybe his father is... I don't want to talk about this man daddy, but something must be wrong, because his daddy didn't tell him, like, son, she ain't the one. This ain't for you. You need to leave. Especially after all of what you probably told him. Like, come on, bro. This is crazy.
Lie to my father on the phone to make yourself look good? And then the whole time you telling him, yeah, he's constantly apologizing, and I don't know why we keep ending up in this same cycle. I wonder fucking why. That's why he told your ass I wouldn't want to be there either. I didn't even tell y'all about the time she kidnapped me on my way to work because we got into a dispute. I walk out the house because I'm not trying to argue with her. I even leave the car keys in the house and say, you have it. I'm going to walk to work today. She pulls up on me and is like, get in the car, like she's about to take me to work. Gets on the freeway, is driving up and down the freeway for an hour, holding me hostage until I apologize and say something the way she needs me to say it. It's not even about the apology at this point. It's about how I apologize that she's holding me hostage in this car. It gets to the point I feel like I need to fling myself out of my own moving car. Like, I literally jumped out of my own car, tuck and roll, fucked my ankle up and fucked my elbow up, just to get away from her. My suit is still ripped because of this shit. Then she gonna roll the windows up and lock the doors, and I'm like, yo, let me get my phone out the car. Let me get my phone out the car. She gonna sit there and say it's not in here. Then pull off up the street and throw it out the window. And then when I get home later that night, my bags is packed by the front door. Like she's trying to tell me to get the fuck out of here because I chose that job over her. Like, what? Didn't you tell me to work for months, and now that I got a job, this is what we doing? After a certain point, like, you know how they say a wife's role is to bring you peace? Yeah, it felt like her role in my life was to disrupt my peace, unless hers was completely peaceful. But you cannot have a peaceful life if you are not a peaceful person.
That was this dude's opportunity to walk away. I don't even know why he fixed it. Once I saw my bags at the door, I would have left. I don't know. This man really had the cape on, the white knight. You can't fix broken people. You're not supposed to try to fix people in the relationship. But at this point, he was already in too deep because now you got to go through a legal process to unbind yourself because you married this crazy heifer. What was wrong with this guy, man? Why wasn't his family, his mama, somebody advising him, son, I wouldn't do this. That bitch is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yo, my guy saw so many clear signs of why he should have left. And as we saw at the beginning, like I said at the beginning, many modern women get on this internet and paint this one sided picture as if they were the victim or they were the ones, the sufferer, to go through all of this stuff. But we clearly see that she was the demon. She was the one causing this man so much chaos. This is what emotional abusers do. They keep you in a sense of chaos. One minute they're loving you, next minute they're doing all of that, and that it keeps your equilibrium off. I forgot the technical term of what they do, but it gets that roller coaster of in and out. That's how people get hooked. It's like the slot machine type of deal. You're just waiting for her to be pleasant, but then you get more of the crazy stuff. So when you see yourself in these type of situations, my dons, and like I asked at the beginning, at what point is being nice or a white knight too much? And at what point should you leave? Because I saw so many signs that that man should have left at so many different moments, but he stayed. I advise all men to never try to prove to a damaged woman that they're good men out here because you're going to damage yourself in the process. At what point do you think he should have walked away? Let's get this discussion going down in the comments below. But this is your boy Peanut the People's Nut, man. Until next time, peace.